All right, what's going on, everybody? Gibby Card Stacks here, and I've got a week's worth of mail that you're not going to want to miss out on. Let's check it out. All right, first one here, Jonah Coleman auto, 8 of 10. I think I just bought this out of FOMO. Love Jonah Coleman, now at UW. Disappointing that they lost to, well, disappointing to some that they lost to Wazoo. Wazoo might be a contender this year, we'll see. Great quarterback play there, but just wanted this. I think it was like $15, and I like him. I really believe in Jonah Coleman, so wanted that one to hold on to. All right, here's a new guy that I'm buying, Elijah Brown, Stanford quarterback. He's a true freshman and a guy that I've always wanted in Bowman University. Of course, there's the top three guys, but after that, there's really nobody that really intrigues me, to be honest, except for Elijah Brown. At Mater Dei, he was a 4-year starter. I love Mater Dei in the program, everything about it. He didn't have a lot of autos that go at auction. They're all listed by it now super high, so just been trying to get them at auction. Elijah Brown, just, he's going to sit this year, I imagine, but we'll see what happens in a year from now. So just more prospecting there, a guy that I liked coming out of high school in the process. If he's in Bowman University, I'd be thrilled. All right, here's a cool one here, Matt Leinart press pass. This is a reflector, number 2/100. So, Gaby, why are you buying USC? You're an Arizona guy. So as part of my job, I travel to a lot of different college campuses, USC now being one of them. This was the first time I'd been to the campus, not as a child. I've got a lot of family in LA, and my dad finished some sort of law certificate at USC. I'm very familiar with the campus, just haven't been there since I was like 12. Now, again, I'm in my dad mode, my dad era, where I'm like, I want, a binder page to kind of commemorate different points of my life, and I love college football. So I was on campus, I toured the Heisman Trophy stash, and it was really cool. So just wanted a new binder page for USC. Just thought that was a cool low numbered refractor of Matt Leinart, Heisman Trophy winner. Just something cool there. All right, this I actually picked up a while ago. Green Odell, I think this was like 10 or $11. You just don't see Odell color out of the 2015 set like that, so just wanted to scoop it up. I'd love to buy as many of the color parallels as possible, but they are pretty pricey. You don't see them up for sale, and when they do go at auctions, they do go for a fair amount, so you got to try to maybe snipe a buy it now. Just a card that I like, that I enjoy. All right, I am wondering if we're going to start seeing some more Steve Angeli in these mail days. I started buying him, honestly, after Notre Dame lost to NIU, not in a attempt where it's like, oh, they might bench Riley Leonard. Like, I think they're going to roll with him. I do think he is injury prone, and especially because he's mostly a runner, in my opinion, that, could cause him some trouble and maybe put Steve Angeli up there. I think he played well in whatever blowout game they had after that. I think Purdue. Just prospecting, just thinking a year out, who's the starting quarterback in Notre Dame? They brought in a transfer each of the last 2 years, and with that, I'd argue they've both dropped in draft value. Sam Hartman last year, and then obviously Riley Leonard now. Steve Angeli, been with the program. I've read up a ton on him. He trusts the process. He's willing to wait his turn. He's done everything right. He's performed really well in all of his performances. He started against Oregon State, I think it was, in the bowl game. I think they're in El Paso or something like that. So, could be the future. I don't know, just prospecting. His stuff has jumped up recently just because I think of speculation that, hey, this kid might eventually start, because Riley Leonard's not that great. I knew this. I wasn't buying into him. He's a good dual threat, or he's a good running quarterback, similar to like Avery Johnson, but not for me. All right, more Elijah Brown as promised. 2 of 15. I don't even know what this numbering was. 23 of 25, so pretty high numbering on that one considering it's Leaf. This is a cool one here. Again, Mater Dei quarterback. He was a starter all 4 years as a freshman in high school. Started after Bryce Young. So I think he's the first 4-year starter in Mater Dei history. I like him. I've watched the film. I love Troy Taylor. I love their head coach, winner from Sac State. So, I don't know. Stanford in the ACC now. We'll see how it goes. All right, so this came from Germany. I bought this after week 1, Tetroa's big 300-yard game. Shout out Jake's Football Cards all the way out in Germany. There you go. Appreciate that. A couple Sage there and a Jacob Cowing base. Tetero, I don't know. I'm speculating here, thinking, maybe it's the Marvin Harrison price jump or kind of equal in that market, I would say. It's so hard to tell. I think he's wide receiver one. Had a rough game against NAU, just completely disappeared. But I think, I bought it for about $10. I think just the scarcity of it, the price of hobby box is now up to 300 plus, I think, last time I checked. You get one X factor per hobby. I think it's just more of a scarcity. Okay, this, I believe, I bought on Discord. People have been posting a lot of Ty Simpson in there, and I'm a Ty Simpson buyer. I've been a believer. I kind of got off the train a little bit, but when the product released, I was like, I think this kid could start. I was not impressed. I was on a Jalen Milroe guy. I mean, betting odds like into fall camp last year, it was like minus 120, minus 110 for both of them. I thought he was going to start. I thought the hype was going to be there. Again, I've watched his huddle many, many times. I revisited a disgusting amount, and I just believe in him and kind of fell off, sold everything off when he didn't win the job. And his price is still kind of sustained. I think Alabama fans believe in him as well as the future. I think there was maybe some uncertainty just with the coaching change and then bring Austin Mack over from UW. And, who else, Bama can recruit and bring in the portal. That's always a big question mark when you're investing in quarterbacks or prospecting, I should say. I like Ty Simpson, though. I believe he would be the starter next year. We'll see. Austin Mack could make a jump in his third year. Ty Simpson been sitting. He's been trusting the process, so I appreciate that. I've been buying Ty Simpson very heavily. Just, again, one of my guys that I believe in. Do your own research. All right, and another Ty Simpson here that also was from my Discord. This was posted for $20, and that was just an absolute steal. I mean, I buy these still at $15, and this is just the base. Now you're telling me a gold is just $5 more. I don't even think you could find an Inception auto of Ty Simpson, $20 all in on eBay. I don't think you could find it right now at buy it now format. Maybe on auctions you can, but this I just couldn't believe it. $20 for Ty Simpson gold Inception, a little bit of a thicker product, but it does tend to gem a lot more. Shout out Joel. All right, here's a little bit more of a reach, maybe. I don't know, Javonte Barnes, running back at Oklahoma. Not a guy that I ever really bought at all. I was very impressed with Gavin Sawchuk at the end of last season. He was, I think, a true freshman, tore it up towards the end of the season, cooked Arizona in the Alamo Bowl. That was their best form of offense. They brought in Tatum, blanking on his first name, a 5-star running back. I think the number one running back in the class. They also got a 1,400-yard rusher from, I think it was Middle Tennessee or Tennessee Martin, one of those two schools. That guy hasn't even broken 100 yards yet. Gavin Sawchuk, I think, had 33 rushing yards at the time of this recording after the Tennessee game. Javonte Barnes, they don't have a run game. The offensive line, always been a concern for me at OU. They lost all 5 starters. They've had to replace the entire starting line. They have an elite defense. People were high on Jackson Arnold. I was not. I've been very vocal. I feel that Arnold was and has been the most overpriced prospect in the entire Bowman University product. Just, you're paying for his recruiting hype and projecting him. Oklahoma schedule, very daunting in my opinion. I've been around that 7, maybe 8 win range for them. I don't love it. Anyways, run game, not great, but Javonte Barnes leads, I think, in carries. I think Jackson Arnold technically has more yards than him. He's been having to run a lot, and that also includes sack yards. But Javonte Barnes, again, I think there's $10, $11. So just taking a chance, I guess. They've got their new freshman quarterback that they're playing. So I don't know what to make of it. I'm not buying Jackson Arnold. I don't want to buy the dip at all. Not for me. All right, so this just looks like a huge stack of stuff. So let's run through it. Nate Frazier, I think he is a Oklahoma commit, actually. 1 of 4, still in high school. Let's see. Oh, he's committed to Georgia. Okay, there is a Mater Day kid, but Nate Frazier is the new freshman at Georgia. Had a great week 1, in my opinion. I don't think they've really gone back to him a whole lot. I think it's been ETN since he's been healthy. Branson Robinson's gotten some touches. I think Roderick Robinson, who I invested in pretty heavily, I think he's still battling turf toe. I haven't seen him in the box scores too much, and I just don't watch the depth of a Georgia game as much. So Nate Frazier from Mater Day. Again, I talked very highly about Mater Day. Now at Georgia, I think he could be something special. Nick Saban, don't really know why I would have purchased this. 7 of 7. It must have been a couple bucks, and just, I don't know, I don't think you can go wrong buying the GOAT. This was a interesting one. I know, very polarizing figure, but it's a 101 gold vinyl of sorts. It is what it is. I think I paid like 12 bucks for it. I just thought maybe it's worth a shot, so I will take that, I guess. Garrett Green, was this a 101? A 101 Garrett Green. Big win. I forgot who they just beat. Kansas. They came back from behind. I like Garrett Green. His stuff is very expensive. West Virginia, a very good fan base that definitely elevates the floor of a lot of players, no matter kind of the level. So Garrett Green 101, I like that on the Pulsar. Caleb Jackson, so I must have bought, it's a 101, so it must have gone pretty cheap, I imagine. I guess I maybe went as high as $8, but also could have gotten it for like 4 or 5. Caleb, I think they've got a new little freshman now who is kind of the running back. Everyone liked Caleb Jackson entering the season. It wasn't for me. Josh Williams has been there for like 5 years. John Emery has been there and now torn ACL. So it was just more of a, hey, he might be the starting running back, but I think that little freshman they've got is actually doing the thing. Tez Johnson, I'd say wide receiver number 3 in the country right now. Really like him. Clean black ice there with the all white. Elijah Brown, more Elijah Brown. This is purple, 5 of 6, just a cool one there. And then Dylan Lobby, 1 of 1. I picked up an auto of his recently, it's just the itch of prospecting where I'm like, hey, maybe this guy, pops off for the Raiders. All right, more Steve Angeli. I think that this might be 101. 101. Sky, cloud, parallel. I don't know what you call it, but cool. I'll take the 101. I can't imagine. I can't imagine I paid over. Well, it came in ESE, so it was under 20 bucks, I imagine. So there you go. All right, this is an amazing deal right here. Eli Holstein to $4.99 auto. I recently got put on Collx. I've been in contact with them, working with them a little bit. Went to go look. I've heard you can find amazing steals on there. Just sometimes that things get dried up on eBay. Just people aren't on Collx right now, I imagine. They're definitely growing. And this was $10. I bought this the day that they beat Pitt. Or West Virginia. Who did they beat? Yeah, there was the Backyard Brawl. So I bought that, and these were probably selling for about 15. I think now they're close to 40. So an amazing find on Collx. It's an app. I don't know if there's a referral. I'll look for a referral, I guess. If there is, link is down below, and you can join there. All right, little Marcel Reed, purple, 8 of 10. I bought this, another kind of reach here. I bought it during the A&M game when he was going off. His prices were pretty reasonable, and I just never really bought. I was like, I'm not a Connor Wegman guy. This is a guy that I should have been buying prior to the season, just thinking about the quarterback situation. He is a true freshman. Is he a true freshman? He's a young guy. And I think I ended up paying about 30 bucks for this, which is on the high end. And Texas A&M is going back to Connor Wegman for whatever reason. I can't stand that kid. I don't think he's very good. But Marcel Reed definitely showed some stuff, and I think he's got some upside. But his prices have definitely jumped up, similar to the Oklahoma kid who is now starting over Jackson Arnold. All right, this was another Collx by Curtis Rourke. I think I talked about Indiana quite a bit on YouTube. I know on Instagram I was a lot more vocal just because I feel like, I don't know, just the reshares presented itself there a little bit more. Indiana, I was high on from the beginning. I'm like, man, Kurt Cignetti's a winner. They're winning in the portal. They've got some guys. They've got an easy schedule. I think they're going to compete for sure. And Curtis Rourke stuff is hot. They upset Nebraska in overtime. That was a great game. I don't think highly of Nebraska. I don't think they're a good team, really. I think that's about where they are. I do think highly of Indiana, though. I do think they are a better team. I think it was at Nebraska as well, so take that for what it's worth. But Rourke stuff has been jumping up. I went on Collx, and I was like, hey, some of this stuff, I think I bought a couple autos for like $3, $4, $5. This says I paid $6.50 for it. Now I think they're selling for about $15, so pretty happy with that pickup there. More Garrett Green. This is just a base to 99. First off print, I guess for those who care. Garrett Green, West Virginia, you know, again, very strong buyers. I like West Virginia. They're just not there. I don't know what's going to happen with their head coach, Neil Brown. He should have gotten fired like 2 years ago, kind of came back to life last year. They've got some talent. They've got a lot of good young talent, but I just don't know. I don't see them winning a bowl game this year. The game against Kansas obviously helps them, but I just don't know what to make. They're going to be one of the best 5-win teams in the country, along with like Georgia Tech. Is this what I bought? I feel like I'm missing. I feel like there's a Carson Beck in here. Interesting. I mean, I don't trust. I'm not going to buy from this guy again. He straight up lied when he said he had already shipped it. I saw his label was generated within minutes after our conversation. I think I paid about $50. There should have been a Carson Beck, unless it's in here. No, I'm pretty sure there was a Carson Beck. I don't think I would have bought these two. So that's disappointing. And of course, you know, he took forever to ship. Jalen has absolutely tanked. So I think I paid about $50. Pretty sure there should have been a Carson Beck blue Bowman Best, I think. I definitely didn't. Maybe these were just super cheap, but yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. That guy sucks. I'm just gonna block them and move on. DC Sports 87. I only won one card at auction that week. I think I was busy traveling. I think this is while I was at USC and just super busy. I don't get to do a whole lot of stuff when I'm traveling. I'm just so busy with stuff on campus and other activities and just traveling. So I think I ultimately paid close to $20 for this card, which sucks. I'm not a Donovan Edwards guy. I was very vocal about that. Cover boy and all of that. He's getting punked by Clell Mullings, who's doing really well and who got all the touches when it mattered most against USC. Donovan Edwards, just get out of here with that stuff, man. Michigan fans think he's incredible. He's a good montage running back. I'm sure he's gonna provide some emotion, some good emotion and memories for people, but not for me. So let's recap. I think I got punked on this, so that guy sucks. Caleb Jackson, 101, 101, 101. I didn't think about that. You know, the price of the hobby box, I'm getting 3 101s right here. Like that's what you want, right? So there you go. Nick Saban, Tez Johnson, we'll see what happens there. Elijah Brown, just prospecting, a couple prospects there. Javonte, just, I don't know, starting running back of a big name. A lot of Ty Simpson, Nate Frazier, more Ty. Cool green there. Cool Matt Leinart at the start of a binder page. I think I've picked up a couple patches on ComC. And I think some Reggie Bush. Elijah Brown again, Jonah, Garrett Green, Curtis, nice little, these have certainly jumped. So shout out Collx, man. This is a great new app to buy from for sure. Donovan Edwards, blue, overpaid on that with shipping and everything. That's unfortunate. Another 101, Elijah Brown, Angeli again. Just a lot of freshman quarterbacks here or guys who haven't played, and there's that there. So that's everything. If you enjoyed, take a look at some of my other videos. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Love you.